你这么菜，你队友不会生气吧？你这么菜，你队友不会生气吧，哥哥
？It was 3 kills.
Honestly,
Just a number.
First game of TI, it's been 2 years.
Just what I need.
I think that first game is just like shaking off the nerves, and we'll get some more. I mean, passive players.
It's just a number.
Having low kills does not mean you're playing bad. It really depends on what your strategy is trying to accomplish and what. Looking at T1's lineup again, though, compared to last game, some similarities, right? Where's the playmaking? It's the Storm. Night Stalker needs items to really make powerful plays or initiate them.
And Tide is position 5. So
Tide is 5. You have no other catch, right? Snapfire is a follow-up. On the other side, you have Line Ember.
Like I'm not saying that a core
30
snap
seconds
makes
to
sense
battle.
here, but the Ags, in terms of initiation, that's where Tide 5 makes a lot of sense. And
Yeah, that could have been cool.
Tree line. Be good to go. So
Looking
talking about
good.
Troll Warlord, because I absolutely love this hero, but he has been basically unpicked for God knows how long.
Yeah, quite a while.
And I know the talents got redistributed a bit, but in terms of actual changes, remembering what such a big
Crucible of greatness.
Battle ring spawn. Like they're gonna get it, and they do. They'll get 3 out of the 4, I believe. It's 5 flags. Good amount of damage to Cuckoo.
Could have actually grabbed the other bounty, but he was not sure that that was safe territory.
Blessings upon a loyal warrior.
A little bit of an advantage here for T1, which is nice. About Troll, I think this hero needs good matchups. I don't think it's just one of those heroes you just pick just because, right? And IG with the heroes that were presented to them at the time, I think they saw both the Luna and the Tide, and they just felt like these are good matchups. So we're gonna grab the Troll for that. And now he's gonna end up facing an Ice Dagger as well instead, and probably doesn't feel bad about that. Just laying into non-stop, that wrap.
Mine!
And we have the brothers fighting each other. Stormsuit versus Ember, Emo versus Carl. Who would you give the advantage to in terms of not the players?
I think it's slightly strong favored, but it used to be better than it is now. I think especially the change to level 1 flame guard, where it went from 50 to 110, makes a pretty big difference in this lane because it means you can't remove the flame guard with one fire remnant. Or sorry, one static remnant. Wow. And that means that in these early levels where Storm will usually just dominate the lane, just hold it on. Level 3. Yeah, Storm should be slightly favored, I guess.
23 Savage on the Luna, of course, and I mean, again, the untraditional position 5 Titan, not the most common thing that we do these days, but yeah, that ends up going for him. Trying to get the courier, but Tide is fast. Catch up, JT. In terms of like the harassment capability from that lane, Tide is fine. Is that like a disadvantage in here? Like he's really tanky. You know, he just walks up like a
Denied!
Applies a little bit of damage.
He doesn't benefit very much from Lunar Blessing, right? That's the problem. Lunar loves to lane with a support that can attack. Just because you get 3 items when Luna is level 3. It's 5 damage and then it jumps up to 15 on level 2, which in the early laning stage, 15 damage,
Gunner's courier
3
has been
minutes in
killed.
is a lot. But Tide can't really use it. Taka with courier. Fun fact, since patch 707, Taka with the most courier kills in Pro in the world. Log.
It's not Yapzor.
Number
Looking for me!
one. Someone would guess that if they didn't know what they were thinking of.
That's right.
Yeah, Taka number 1. See why they're on his line given that.
Absolutely. I mean, it's like you talk about, this is the reason you pick Troll. The laning stage, this is a hero that wants to fight. A lot of position 1s are, very passive. I mean, a lot of these heroes have gotten better over time in terms of balancing. Like Void used to be completely worthless, now he's okay. Same with Spectre. Yeah, Troll is like a bully, and especially if you're like these.
Not going too bad for T1 though down here. Breaking even on CS between the two, and Carl is significantly ahead on mid currently. It's fair to say that the laning stage this time around is T1 is
Stupendous!
Yeah, they're off to a better start here overall. That has you hopeful for the mid game this time around. That since last game they did a good job, but it was just hard. This time they could be the ones that charge instead. They're nice. world of different heroes ahead. Lane Poop was in trouble. Getting chased again.
Yeah. Made it sound really exciting. They had been close to dying.
He had a lot.
Denied!
Pretty savage harassment. Doing just fine right now. Basically a wash. Yes, discrepancy.
What happens to bottom lane?
Huzzah!
If Zephyr gets
Radiant
level
should
4 and
look
kills
to their
Triple,
middle tower.
maybe they can even kill here at nighttime. Who will get level 4 as well? Balance might shift enough that Troll favors that point. Kind of weathered the storm and did a good job down here. Question
A lot of pressure. Oh, a very much. A little longer, but it's not going to be enough. First blood goes the way.
Looking for me?
So, Firefly, like we talked about, he's taking heavy damage right now, but with Ollie in the vicinity, back, try to turn this a bit. Out of shield now.
Never refuse gold given.
Nice. Yep. Good news for Troll in this lane, even at nighttime, is that a lot of the time you can just pump Whirling Axes. Man up. Out. Once.
Or spike here into the Hex as well. JT with that Scorched Earth. Enough for him. Gonna try to turn this around with the Lucent Beam. Looks like it's gonna be enough. Top instead. Dropping down to the bot lane. Firefly. We have 1v2, but Ollie is on his way back. I need a Sonic Shield. I need this foil. Oh, the transition there. He gets it all. Okay, even better. Give me something green. They're all green.
Like, I need these two things to protect me, and Ollie's like, no, you get the better one.
Dyer's
Get
middle
it.
tower is under
Bro,
attack.
delicious. What kind of build do you? We saw a lot of Maelstrom. Like
Dire
Battlefield
are
kind of fell
scanning
off.
for enemies.
Now Maelstrom seems to be the good
Dire
forward.
should look to their middle
Yeah,
tower.
I think you get...
So that is emo in the river.
Radiant's middle tower is
On there. They just look so confident. I was going to get the arcane. That is a very good choice. That it was his choice, yes.
Very good choice.
Very good choice from Gaben to bestow an arcane. Onto JT, but the cookie is there. JT.
Stupidly tanking the item.
Let her take the wind from their sails.
So ridiculous. JT. TP that. We'll see what happens in the bottom lane.
I think Live Like is just barely because fire is also part of this pump. So, I think that's a solid response. IG, go up there. I make their own move, Kaka.
Fails there. Zephyr, we tried to turn this
I've
around.
been
Buff on.
wanting this.
Not going to be enough range there. And good enough. Now Whitemon kind of out of mana. So.
Zephyr did find a lot of mana from the charges there, so he does one more volley of spells, I think. But it's hard to see the play of these two heroes against two, as long as it's not bad and getting jumped. Save either Lion or Aquatic Shield out. Like,
Radiant are scanning for enemies.
Josh really exists.
JT, I mean, this is not uncommon to have Doom and Pop Network. This is especially nice from Mike. Level discrepancy, he was actually winning that battle at the top. So, off to a very good start. Whitemon here in the game is there as well.
This part.
Meantime, for the illusion room comes to fruition. Zephyr's gonna get
Very, very good. This is going to lead
There
to
is
a lot of
no
damage.
for Dire's
Power
middle
needs
tower.
to rotate into support here. They're going to start how far that I thought. I'm going to die this turn. So at the very least, they force rotation and take half the tower, and in time Doom is free. So I think IG probably pretty happy with this move. No, they don't get the tower. They're again the ones.
Dire's top
major
tower is
hit in
under
this
attack.
I mean, right now, Doom is, like we talked about, he's kind of the mini alchemist, right? So I kind of maybe that's Ollie gets brought down now. Carl starting to snowball a bit. Obviously, that net was pretty costly. So that's quite well. He's going to jump now. He to come to fruition.
Oh, he's out of
Spike
mana.
gets his ult off, and now Carl's in a long place. Other side of the trees, and Cuckoo has to pop that ult to make sure he can go for his wins.
Radiant's middle tower is under
I thought that was going to be at least a kill on Savage.
Storm deaths like those hurt so bad.
looking good.
It's such a snowbally hero by nature.
Generation.
He's effectively delaying his war kit by maybe 2 minutes with this delay again of overextending there. They were close to getting the kill in all fairness, but very high risk, and even if you kill the troll there, you might still die, right? They use the entire tank next to mid tier 1 where
Looking good.
people could just TP in and fight back, so not really too big a fan of that attempt from Carl, especially with failing us up.
There is little hope for Dire's middle tower.
Again, they're just going to keep shoving. I think they also have a siege creep top that's going to push them.
Ridiculous amounts of damage. They'll find the Kaka kill. Ult is finally caught from all. Getting blocked down. See if they know they will take it out eventually. Getting pressure for that one as there's the cookie to help close the gap. That is a second kill for them, and the tower somehow survives.
Yeah, they chose to open up on the Titan in his tower.
Radiant's bottom tower.
I think that was the play there from IG.
Captured in the flame.
I see one with that rabbit.
Likely a deny.
To their bottom tower.
That's
Not bad.
Bottom lane, bot lane, crippling fear. Gonna get turned on though, flying Kaka. Have enough damage in all likelihood with that finger of death indeed. That's why Lord for the base, by the way, went for the Falcon Blade
Dire's
first.
look to their top tower.
We'll see once he gets that, he'll be able to farm it like pretty.
If you haven't watched Dota much since the last
Stupendous.
you might be wondering this whole Falcon Blade thing, because I don't remember. I think Left Hand Design probably didn't exist.
Neutralize it,
So-
didn't exist.
So there's actually a lot of things to catch up on if you haven't watched since last TI, but let's just say you haven't watched a lot of competitive Dota this year, but you know Falcon Blade is an item, and you're wondering, okay, why are all carriers just picking this up now? This item has been receiving buff after buff over the last year.
Mainly because it was literally
Never
unusable.
Yeah. And it's reaching a point now where finally the
top
map.
tower
So what
is
makes this
under
item so
attack.
special is that some people call it the new Aquila.
On
It
those
doesn't
gracious
upgrade into
lips
anything. It's just a value item that you have that gives
Dire's
damage,
look
mana
to
regen, and
their
health.
top
So
tower.
it's very nice stats for carries on there. But since it doesn't upgrade, you need value for it, right?
Dire's top tower is
Similar
under
path
attack.
that items like
What I miss?
On the run now. Giving up. He's not able to keep his allies alive. The third brought down in this mini engagement. T1.
Q1 are definitely bringing the numbers.
Radiant's top tower is in danger.
It's very nice.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Radiant should look to their top tower. Dire's middle tower.
Good initiation here. That's a huge. I mean, crippling fear against any of these mobility heroes. Very, very strong.
And while T1 do defend their top tower, which is necessary in this spot, I think it's a great choice to hold.
Dire's
It's
bottom
still on
tower
health,
is
so
under
probably
attack.
going to be another move from IG coming in very soon. Ravage is still ready though. Emo's going to try to get it on his own. Orchid.
Yeah, it's the Orchid reveal right now, but looks like Flyfly will be fine. Pretty bad position. Who's the beam?
Dire's top tower is fallen.
The tower. Not having his best start is a very explosive player. Ember has had some standout performances, but this time has been slowed down in his tracks. And keep in mind with the Storm Orchid now online and Emo not even remotely close to a counter item, even more pressure on Ollie to make all the right.
What would you want on this? Like we've seen Yules in the past.
I think Yules
feel very
is probably maybe BKB is necessary here just so you protect the crippling fear as well. Like there's
Radiant's
a couple
bottom
of
tower
issues
is under attack.
that you're facing. Naga's gonna finish his blink dagger down here.
Radiant's
Online,
bottom tower is in
coming up
danger.
under there.
Molly again, yeah, Molly, the sacrificial lamb. Keep him in place. For him. If you're IG, that's the area you kind of wanted to have. A nice smoke here from T1. If IG are not careful, they can be brought down.
Eager to know Dire's whereabouts.
Although, who's skilled?
That was Radiant. It is the obvious kill there in the top half of the map. They're not pushing the top wave, so they're not going for the tower, so
Radiant should look to their middle
exactly
tower.
an Hercule Poirot observation there. That one to go in there.
You need to clear your throat.
Excuse me. I think it's power stop for their smoke, so definitely well worth it here from T1.
Dire's bottom
Ramping
tower
up.
is in danger.
Their aggression, maybe bottom tower is next on the menu, I wouldn't be surprised. They'll steal the triangle farm here as well, so nicely done.
Dire's
Even
bottom
though that
tower
might seem
is
like
under
it
attack.
didn't do that much, it was actually
The Dire
chaos.
scan.
Plays the same one
On
as
the
last
hunt
week as
for
well, by the way,
Radiant
worth
forces.
noting. So 1 and 2 tower in mid, once again down.
Two smokes now that have been countered by the skin.
On mid.
Looking like a big disaster fight for IG. Emo just doesn't have the damage to fight, and Ollie, not enough to keep his team alive right now. Looks like the usual slow death for Abaddon, although they don't want to chase him.
Have IG not watched ESJ's videos? that time was dangling. He was literally just dangling out in front. I feel like if you're gonna blink Hex there with Lion, he needs to get doomed on time. You can get this play on where Lion blink hexes, Earth spikes, and then you somehow time your spells perfectly and just kill him. And that is exactly what happened, right? Like they couldn't bring down White One like that, and Paka just ends up dying for it.
I mean, you could go for the... If you have the instant hex, you can spend some stuff. Yeah, you're right.
You're gonna see it here. So Hex, or that's after the Hex, by the way. Now he's gonna go in on the back line there with Doom, but gets Ravaged, just killed instantly. No BKB, obviously. Great punish there from T1, and they also had great positioning. That is where you want to take that fight ideally with your heroes. You're very safe on the high ground, and you have your frontline hero be the one to get you done.
23 Savage is having himself a game. It's not where you want to be as Troll. He's going to get initiated on. There's the Orchid to silence him, and he is very close to death. In fact, he's finishing the combo side. It's going to be collateral damage. I love this part. But it's probably more.
Why he changes hands.
Yeah.
Instructions
You
are
imagine the Radiant call now is, okay guys, calm down, we need to be, right? And I think the timing where you had a good shot at fights with the Blink Daggers is kind of over now. You need BKB so you can contest Ravage, you need BKB so you don't get ruined by the Orchid.
Radiant's top tower
Damage
is under attack.
You can see it queued up for both Doom and Ember and all three. Next item coming up.
Troll.
Radiant should
Troll
look
just
to their top
as
tower.
much as I love this hero. The uncontrollable nature of his ult is just so easily kiteable. In most cases, unless you're just mega pro. I feel like he's happy to do the game as well.
Radiant's top tower has been denied.
Hero's not in a good place. I was hoping to see something new potentially. When he found some light a couple patches ago with the Agate Scepter, people were buying it every game going like a mid magic build. It had a little bit of life to it, but
that build was
Mags did not get
the flow of the game just changed. It was bad because Thompson did it in the pub and it made a highlight reel. Everyone tried it, and then they lost a couple games, so they're like, man, whatever.
Thompson pulled it off something. Understandable with the flank, so yeah, pops the ult. Ollie's gonna be the first one. Pop that aquatic shield, or the ult I should say. TP out, looks like they're not gonna find it. Start here. They find the troll in the tree, and even expending Mortimer's kisses.
Speedy rune of haste.
Celebratory belch from Mortimer himself onto the tier 2 tower.
Yeah, you saw how far that blob was shot? That's about half the distance of the Underlord Gate,
Okay.
if you have an idea.
Thank you. For people that they're just joining us, that makes no sense, reference. If you were with us during our very long fill panel, or what we call it.
Panel.
Basically podcast at this point. Might as well upload that as our next episode. Oh yeah, thank you for that great reference. We have a quick pause here. Still use Teams.
I don't know when and where TeamSpeak.
Can you name... Okay, this is a trivia for everybody in chat, and only the very old people will know. What is the original voice communication software that was popular in game?
Counter-Strike?
General.
Ventrilo?
It was the first one that came in.
Before Ventrilo.
That's right. There's one before. It was very popular for about a year and a half.
Wow.
And then corrupted.
You're so old.
You're not going to guess it, so I'll just tell you. Name. This is just for the chat. Pause. The name is Roger Wilco.
Isn't that...
Google it.
Roger Wilco.
Roger Wilco. It was a revolutionary piece of software.
Isn't that the drink you want with Cherry in?
Grenadine?
Yeah, Roger Wilco.
No, that's Roy Rogers.
Yeah.
Roy Rogers Wilco.
You know that meme with the same picture? That's that one. Right
Okay,
there. It's the
sure.
same. It's the same drink.
Just as delicious.
I think if you
remember
go
it.
to a restaurant and you order a Roger Wilco, whatever, they'll probably be like, "Oh, that sounds
Yeah,
like
a lot of people like they don't want to be embarrassed that they don't know the drink name, so they just bring you something. Always a little RNG in that. Okay, back to the.
Speaking of drinks,
Yes.
first of all, we have a pause, and secondly, Ollie, sorry, not Ollie, Lifeline has plenty of time. 30 seconds.
That is an incredibly well-timed segue. Thank you.
Yeah, you're very welcome. Let's segue into a pause.
Okay.
Wonderful.
What else can we segue here?
JJ actually just gave me my water.
Okay, that's unacceptable. We're not allowed to hydrate during the game. So, what do you think of the tier 5 items this game? What do you think about the tier 5 items that are definitely going to
do that while I'm drinking. What is wrong with you?
You think we're going to see the Force Boots or Fallen Sky that's been nerfed in this game? I will be so excited as
Now,
always.
that is actually a good question. When you talk about neutral items, do you think we're going to see this or this? So it's literally just a guess, you know?
Yes, thank you. Thank you very much.
It's just
we see a replay of the original fight here.
a little while ago since this...
T1 in good position right now,
very
for
good.
sure.
And worth noting, I was skeptical about Night Stalker as that last pick with the lane he was in. Cuckoo's having a huge impact. He did better in lane than I expected, and he's doing better in the game than I thought. So definitely proved wrong on that one so far. We are highlighting Pirate Hat, Ex Machina.
All right, let's talk about it.
Yes.
So Fallen Sky got nerfed, right? I believe it was the timing that it takes to actually blink to the target has increased. That's actually a pretty big nerf.
It is.
So that was definitely, that's like the best one, or it was.
This is Honestly, this is pretty useful in main for when we get a 60-minute
Well, okay,
game.
there's a lot of new people, you know, tuning in for the first time. They haven't watched Dota in so long. Neutral items drop from the jungle, by the way. Does that sound weird to you guys? It did sound weird to us as well, and it took some time to get used to. But Tier 5s really sold me. First time I had a game where we were behind, we got a Fallen Sky and we won because of it, that's great. And we see Pig Pull. This is one that turns you into a pig, makes you faster, and gives you a buff that scares everybody away. I made that last part up, but it's a good one. Highly recommend using that in game if it were to drop.
Think about it. You get 10. That is such a bad trade-off, but in some situations it's good, but the main thing about the item system.
Right, if they reduce the all stats to like 3, how fast would you go? 10% to what? 25? 20.
I guess.
I mean, if it was
I don't know,
20
maybe
right
it's
now,
still
do you think
bad.
that would be broken? 'Cause I think it would be fine.
Okay, let me turn this. Say, how often have Pig Pull active make a difference? Not a big
I've seen people die because of it many times,
Okay,
so it's
how
made a
many-
big difference.
How many
actually.
times has it helped you or
Oh, helped.
anyone? How many times has it had a positive impact to use it? Like, give me a percentage.
One time out of however many times I've seen it in pro game, it was Firefly, Batrider.
Right. That's also one of the absolute best.
Other than that, it's gotten them killed about 90%. Like when you activate it, it should say in the tooltip, 90% chance to die with it around enemy. Because that's pretty accurate.
That's a pretty.
But it looks hilarious, so
Yeah, it's true.
balance that.
I honestly think it should have a mana.
I agree.
I don't know why this costs 50 mana. It's not like. Then you have this cost 50, and then you have the Tumbler's Toy costs 0.
That is weird. Yeah, Tumbler's Toy is actually good.
This one should have a mana cost.
This one's
It should be the other
actually
way
a good
around.
item,
This
yeah.
one should cost 50, and the Pig Pull
Ice
should
Frog,
cost
I know
0.
you're listening because you probably look at all the games and you're seeing that this game's paused, and that's when you tune in specifically because of these conversations that we have. That you take our days and do not give us credit, by the way. Tumbler's Toy needs to have a mana cost. Pig Pull, nothing. Okay? That's a recommendation from esteemed colleagues that we have.
And Trusty Shovel should have a chance to dig up Nyx Assassin and burrow if you use it.
So you keep it all game against the Nyx Assassin
Yeah.
that has Aghanim Scepter just in case that you dig him up.
Yeah.
So it like relocates him from his current spot.
No, you get
All right,
him.
back into the game itself.
You get him as a draw. Then you can
2K.
pick up Nyx and
Oh,
throw
my, so it's a 6th kilo.
Yes.
That sounds great. That's a tier 8 item. Next year. T1 versus IG. I don't know why I'm saying that. 2K Network lead for T1.
Let's remember
The
what
pause. So long, I forgot what we were doing. Emo, pretty close to finishing his BKB, so that's the point where you're expecting them to maybe get a little bit aggressive and not take some points.
Yeah, you need to calm the game down a little bit. The last couple of moves that you're just outmatched right now, especially when you don't have the superiority, which is hard
Dire's
to pick
bottom
Storm
tower
Nightstalker and
is
Luna.
under attack.
Every time it's nighttime, this T1 lineup
Dire
is
are
so much.
scanning for enemies.
You've got
Dire
to be very
structures
selective,
fortified.
and I do think
Dire's
IG, if
bottom
you
tower
manage to get
is
the
under attack.
your back,
Radiant are scanning for enemies.
go into this troll, so you are looking at 2 to 3 minutes before you
You need all 3.
close together, right? You want to connect it.
Ooh. Whitemon is going for Aghanim Scepter. At first item, Aghanim Scepter on 500. That is awesome.
Dire's
That
bottom
is so
tower is
cool.
under attack.
Holy crap. So that gives you the wide AoE of Gush. So you can just hit everybody basically. It's going to be confusing when they ravage because he has that cosmetic that looks like he's
It's great. I love Gabe Gush.
What are the talents that he does? Gush slow. Alright, you gotta go Gush damage and Gush armor. And then sadly 25 there is no Gush.
A tool to take.
Has a position 5 times. Ooh! Right at
You get the hex
In searing heat.
They're even able to make some mistakes like that and still come out on top just because of the advantage.
JT had Castle. So he pumped face. They were connecting, and then Paka went on it, and then he didn't have dagger.
You can see Bali on the high just trying to create as much space as possible, as is job. That actually saves Roche,
You
basically.
are the only person who won't want to ban an Abby. There is surely no. Okay, actually, that maybe Slacks does. Sounds like.
No, Slacks calls Slardar Slardar. That's tilted.
That, I don't know what's worse, honestly. Abby.
Yeah, what's wrong with that? I say Abaddon. I don't like saying Abaddon. So. Would you rather have Abby or Abaddon?
Hey, since I absolutely have to be wrong, which version do you like more?
You know, Ice Rock has set a precedent. Aegis is pronounced incorrectly, so we're allowed to mispronounce everything. That's the precedent set overall. So in terms of itemization for T1, are they waiting for anything specific?
They got the NSBKB, they're going now.
Radiant's bottom tower is
This is
under
a good
attack.
time for IG to have a comeback. I'd say comeback. Like, they're not very hard. BKBs online and all spells except Finger, which I don't think is a requirement here if you get the right Doom on. If you Doom Tide, pre-Ravage, you Storm, I think you have a really good shot to play.
I mean, momentum, you're talking about the network not being that
Double
big.
smokes.
Yeah,
Instant
maybe
break on
around-
contact.
Who knows? They're trying to take as much damage as possible. Very low on mana. They just want to count all the birds. See that is their game plan right now. 2 for 1 to start the pipeline. There's the white one. Oh, it's going to connect successfully. They're going to kite Firefly as a result, and now he's just stuck in his own inside the pit. See the Duke already applied. And basically,
Just the numbers.
stop off. Terrific fight from T1. The question is, do they have enough HP to take out Roche now?
Like this.
You can see how well they kited 23.
Yeah.
Who was that? Wi-Fi, sorry.
They're kiting out the troll. Like, it's really that, okay, we're gonna again, Paka goes in first, and they use all the spells, but not enough to kill Cuckoo, gets Pippi off. This is worth it. You've already stopped the Snapfire's ult, right? I think Doom has to connect with his team way earlier here and get that Doom out before the Ravage. This is a really good Ravage. White on perfectly. As the Doom goes out on the storm, protects him entirely. How that I think this fight is very different if Doom accepts that something Snap ults gets back down. But it's a hard call to make at the moment for sure. Very nice job.
Competition is on the table here. 3 Savage is done so, along with Zephyr, so 2 for nothing. They're gonna get
Lost
more,
in
and
the
they will get
war.
Roche as a result. Holy Jesus, what a turn!
This sustains good remains.
They get the slight change too, they get the install one even, but I feel like it's kind of
Radiant's bottom tower is
This
under
is just
attack.
flat out a mistake to attempt. Yeah, it's very telegraphed that they're going there too.
Yeah, the
Nice
steering
finger.
chains set it up.
That's big. That is honestly a full comeback for IG in this one. Yeah, with this Aegis now sitting on trolls, he can get kited twice instead of 1 life.
He will die twice. It does take longer. So, this massive fight from IG. I mean, so T1 definitely still in it.
Yeah, for sure.
Don't get it mixed up here. They
Always the inflation.
still what would you say is probably the correct network? Is it like K networkly for T1? Something like that? Like a 3K swing?
If
maybe?
we remove Devour entirely,
Dire's top tower
If it was
is
any other
under
like
attack.
it's probably something along those lines, yeah.
But with the Aegis advantage, it means that building will go down, so
Structures
ID
are
will likely,
fortified.
I guess, effectively tie it
Dire's
up.
top tower is under
Result of
attack.
that, in theory, there's the 5-man swap from T1.
Dire structures are fortified.
Nice rep around him. Great angle.
For JP. Alright.
Judging the pain.
Behind to Cuckoo. Looks like he's gonna
Ensnared in fire.
successful in doing so.
Not your best effort.
Online, and you want to expend it a lot for a team that much. I mean, it's your tower.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Oh my god, Cuckoo.
Dire's top tower
BKB.
is
Oh my god, he dies! Oh, that's a BKB charge. He got so greedy with that the neutrals. Oh no.
Radiant's bottom tower is
That is unfortunate if you're a T1 fan.
That's 1,000 gold for Doom.
Yikes.
That was a solo kill on, was that a 6 or an 8 kill streak Night Stalker?
Man. You know,
Oh, boy.
it's funny because when he was in the jungle, I'm like, wait, does he have shard? Is he getting
Yeah.
creep to gain HP right now?
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah,
Not worth it.
that's worth 900. Because of this, we're just going to have Shiva very soon. That accelerated that. And it's a very strong item to do. It's called the Hero Needs Armor.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
It's giving vision around tree lines. Obviously, not important at this, but getting the vision too. Well, it's good item. He's gonna sell his crawling plated light here. Gotta say though, IG, they're looking in a good spot again now. Yeah. In a way, it's a very different game than game number 1. But in some ways, it's a little bit similar with the mid-game execution. T1 are playing this more skirmish heavy. They have Storm, Night Stalker, and IG just pop their BKBs and stand their ground.
So the Aegis in tow. See how much more damage they can do. And they have basically everything doomed. Not quite up yet. As I say that, probably
I miss.
take advantage of having that second life on Troll. Who, like you said, gets hiding so freaking easily.
Scanning for enemies.
For Emo, the Christmas spirit of
You and I.
chains on onto 2. Not much mana to work with. That means TP out will be successful. Being able to cancel it. That means actually just been wasted.
Burn away
Although I
your
guess trading for it
ignorance.
is something better than the original.
It's something, but that's still really good. Power novels, like, without your Night Stalker to play.
T1 are just falling apart. It seems for the last like 5 minutes. They look the same from the rest of the game. Just completely falling apart.
That's the BKBs. That's it. That was that one thing that IG needed to start winning literally every fight. They got it.
Dire's middle tower.
Night fades will die.
Very favorable for T1. Orford gets the move up, fly pops the TP, and with no way to actually stop it. Yeah, sacrificial land, happy is dead.
You guys can't see this, but when he said that, he just I'm remembering you right now.
That's right.
Almighty
In
Mother.
person.
Yeah. This
This
was
is a great
Bounty.
very well. At the same time, you might ask yourself, why are you Savage there? Right? With Dead Night Stalker, you are Luna exposed to being blink engaged by either a Lion or a Tide or a Doom. It is, no matter how you look at it, that is just a mistake. IG just punish it very quickly. Basically, off of that jump, built themselves what.
Trickster's rule of illusion.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the game's still going, so let's not count them out just yet. But if IG are to win, that was a very key one.
Blessings upon a loyal warrior.
You want to gonna look for some sort of opening here for their Ravage available. Like we talked about, Tide going Axe, there's no like blink surprise engage. And you need longer fights where ideally Cuckoo maybe engages on the Lion. There.
Silver Edge now. Coming through Savage. Bought the shard, by the way, so I guess that's still part of the build. I wasn't talking about this previously, that it was nerfed, so I wasn't sure if it's like. Get the call. Get some safety.
Yeah, we already have EKB. No.
Ollie is going for an axe. You don't see that very often in this position. That's true. It's a really good axe, too. Basically, anytime your ult is popped, you will heal your entire team. Pretty nice. Yeah, it looks like IG is definitely in the driver's stage, so only the first series that we play each other. T1, one of those teams that we weren't really sure about. Like, we thought they were doing very, very well. It looked like one of the best teams in the world, in fact. And they kind of dropped off since then, so. Game here.
Managing to force out the Dark Ascension emo, which is big because this opens up for a potential Roche attempt. As soon as that expires, I think IG should just chill, wait it out. That ends.
You can actually buy ags right now and all.
Yeah.
That's
Now be kindled.
has the blank here, by the way, so let's take several heroes now. Roche take here, but with that Axe Gush, it is quite annoying to fight into, without a doubt. With life near, 23 Savage has spot BKB, and Silver Edge, and now that they know that's down, that is it. Focusing on white one, doesn't have much damage. My JT looks at a Doom target potentially, but who has to pop that in?
You have been schooled.
In addition, so we'll see.
Twas but a shallow sleep.
Pretty sure you like to just go for this, and all he does is
For enemies.
The rune of haste.
the buyback coming out from T1, and they lose Whitemon again. That is a dieback. So this is a free Roche. That's going to be Aegis. That's going to be Shard, and that's game.
Looking more and more like a 2-0 by the minute. Kyle testing his
Looking for
BKB
me?
still works, but
The fitting line, at least.
they can have a laugh with it. That's good.
I mean, that's going to be the important thing going forward, is to keep morale up. Games like this worse than the first one because you were in the driver's seat.
Yeah, you're doing well in this one.
A couple pretty key mistakes, I think, objectively say, ended up kind of snowballing this.
Good game,
IG's
good
favor.
game. GG.
么菜，你的队友不会生气吧，哥
He picked up
哥？
the shard, by the way, so that looked good. This one's kind of hard to remember. Don't show me, JJ. Don't show it yet. That's my trivia here. This one. The shard for Ember is you get the remnants do damage over time. They leave a remnant on any dead body around you. I can't remember what else. Something the third thing here.
Restore a charge every time you get a kill.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
I mean, we talked about Lion already. It's really just might be second
Dire's
place.
bottom tower is no more.
Has the old level death effect.
Yep.
Love to see that someday. Pressure now. Maybe double Shiva's, double Doom, double Midas.
Is there some sort of lore or what Doom is based on that makes like the lore of like Satan? He likes a game or something?
Oh boy, we have a whole back line. That's 23 Savage. Pressure infused and double Shiva. I had to ask Slacks. I believe that he
Like
worships Satan.
Doom also has a voice line that says lost, right? Maybe it's because it's a sin or something or whatever.
Yeah, like when the devil comes
Dire's
down
bottom
and
tower is under attack.
where somebody bets their soul.
Right.
Or maybe Donald does that. They want to bring back My mistake, guys. I have that range.
Surely it will not be taken in the next 30 seconds.
Get the trade very easily.
Middle tower is under attack.
Dagger as well. They're just gonna hold out as long as possible. I mean, it's TI, so it's understandable. You never know. If they dive your bounce 10 times, come back.
This game of the tournament 40 to 50. And they got there now. Then you could call it now.
Maybe I'll call them another 10 minutes.
You're very bold.
A bunch of creeps that are tanking up, and GG is finally called. IG take it. Pretty convincing. The T1.
这么菜，你的队友不会生气吧，哥哥？
Honestly, for me, the moment in this game that really cost them the most is when they tried to Roche without Ravage and Dark Ascension, right? They end up losing 2 or 3 heroes, and they lose that Aegis, and it just gives a much, much better mid-game potential for IG.